And welcome everybody to the MJ and Ty podcast show. Today is March 5th, 2022. It's our first episode in the month of March.
In a Saturday.
Yeah, we're recording this a day later than normal because I was a dum-dum yesterday and slipped my mind.
Hey, did you bring me gum? Gum? Because
No, you dum-dum bring me gum.
no, you dum bring me gum.
We're just going to move on before you get a copyright strike.
Yeah, just
So
let's move on.
Major League Baseball is in a little bit of a predicament right now. Like it's in a predicament that's bigger than Ty's Tuesdays.
What? Why my Tuesdays? Why? Why do you have to bring up that?
Because
just wait, Mark. Just wait. I'm going to get you back.
yeah, right.
Just wait.
So if you haven't been following the MLB, basically what's been happening is the owners have been bickering with the Major League Baseball Players Association for a couple reasons, all revolving around money. So the MLB owners want to expand the playoffs to 14 teams. They want to continue paying the rookies the low wages that they're currently paying them. They want to cut ties with more minor league teams so they don't have to pay them. And they also want to keep a lower luxury tax rate so they don't have to pay the other teams. And the MLB Players Association essentially wants the complete opposite of that. And their main arguments, or one of their main arguments, is, hey, you guys said that you want to make it better for, you guys said that you want to make life better for the minor league players. So why are you cutting them? Why do you want to cut them? And why are you as reluctant to treating the rookies the way that you're treating them? Or why are you reluctant to change the way that you're treating rookies, basically? If you couldn't tell by my tone, I tend to agree with the players because I think, because I would much rather support the millionaires or the possible millionaires over the definite billionaires who want to cry broke at the slightest possibility of the slightest increase or the slightest decrease to their revenue.
All right. You passing the mic to me?
Yep.
I totally agree with you. And Mark, I agree with the players. Like,
is there anyone really siding with the owner? I have a question. Is there anyone that's really siding with the owners on this issue? On this?
No, nobody's. I think nobody, when it comes to a lockout, the players have something to say, and then the owners have something to say.
Yeah.
But
I think I've heard maybe 2 people that are siding with the owners on Facebook. And that's it. Everyone else I've heard is like, no, the owners are being greedy.
But you know what this reminds me of? The
What's that?
2010 lockout of the NBA. Now, I did some research, Mark. I actually did some research. So, huh?
Did you?
Yes. So I did some research. The next lockout for the NBA, they can disagree the lockout in the 2023-2024 season. And the reason why I say that is because how long do you think a lockout will go? Like,
apparently long enough to cancel games of the season that the owner is deemed were so important.
Mark, let me ask you this. If our leagues were like, okay, you players get to play 14 you said you play 7 games a week, right?
I play 3 games a week.
I play 8 games a week. So
how many games do you play in a season?
How many games?
Yeah.
I'll tell you off camera. But let me get back to.
All right, you just play a bunch of double headers or something?
It counts the backs to backs.
All right.
The backs to backs. But anyways, if there was a lockout for our leagues, if there was a lockout, do you think at some point there would be an agreement?
Probably. I mean, the owners have to make money somehow.
Because you're not in a player's eyes, Mark, you can agree with me on this. In a player's eyes, we all want to play.
Yeah.
We all want to play. But like,
also if you're an MLB rookie, you want to get paid too.
You also want to get paid.
Yeah. I will say this. It is ridiculous that the MLB rookies are the lowest paid rookies out of all the 4 major sports in America. I mean, a lot of them spend like 5-6 years in the minors making poverty wages, literal poverty wages. And then they only play for 1 to 3 years in the big leagues. And they make a league minimum of like $560,000. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
So let me ask you this. At some point, do you see this lockout coming to an end? Because I think if both sides don't come to an agreement at the end, there's probably not going to be no baseball on.
Oh, the owners are going to find way. The owners are going to come up with something so they can make money.
Here's my thing, though. Well, like, if both sides don't come to an agreement,
yeah,
there's no baseball to be played. But like, both sides have to.
Yeah.
But like, if you're Mark, let me ask you this: if you're in the major league, let's just put us in an example. If we're in the major leagues, do you think we should be playing right now?
Spring training, yeah. We should be in spring training. Actually, the minor leaguers are in spring training right now. They're not affected by the lockout. I mean, they're not getting paid for a spring training. They don't get paid for spring training.
Do you think, let me ask you this. Do you think both sides will come to an agreement? Or do you think you will just have to ramp a lot until both sides come to an agreement?
I think they'll come to an agreement at some point.
At some point, you're going to have to come to an agreement where you say, hey, okay, both things are good. But right now, it doesn't seem like both sides are in an agreement.
Right.
Because, like you said, the rookies make less money, right?
Yep.
And that's just a shame. I'm just gonna say that. Can I say that on the show? Because that's just a shame that out of the NBA, NFL, and you are going to pay the rookies the least.
After they spent so many years in the minors making poverty wages as well, give me a break. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. I have no sympathy for the owners right now. I have no sympathy for them.
Sorry for cutting you off.
Oh, good.
But like, I'm going to be honest right now too. I think I have no sympathy for the owners. Like, why? I get that you want 14 teams and in the playoffs, but how are you going to get 14 teams in the playoffs? Are you going to have a play-in? Like,
I don't know. All I know is they want to make mediocrity seem better than it is.
Mark, let me ask you this. Do you think at some point, there's going to be an agreement?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
All right, go get your Birdo costume.
I don't have it.
Yes, you do.
Get yours.
Yes, you do.
We agreed on this. I'm Yoshi.
No, we agreed on this. I'm Yoshi. George is Yoshi. You're Birdo. So
invert that. And George isn't here.
George,
right now.
What? George? Once George comes on the show, I know he's going to agree with me, and I know for a fact.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, he'll agree with you, and you'll both be wrong. We have it on video.
I said in a million years, you can go back and watch it. I said, I am not wearing Birdo. We all said at the end, Mark, we all said at the end that we would wear Yoshi. That's what we said.
Okay. I got dibs on green Yoshi.
Well, I got dibs on green Yoshi.
No, I called it.
No, I called it.
And it's too late. I called dibs.
Really?
Yeah.
George needs to get back on the show pronto.
Yeah, so we can have another three-way argument. So us grown men can have another three-way argument about Mario character costumes.
Yeah. And who's right in the process? Yeah. But go get your Birdo costume. I know you have it somewhere.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I'm not going to put mine on until you put yours on.
That day will never happen. Will never, ever, ever happen. been.
We'll see about that.
That you're going to have to beg me to do something to get me in a Birdo costume. That's what you're going to have to do.
Like bring Carson Wentz on the show?
Carson Wentz is not Mark. How many times do we have to
We
go
need a new
for-
running joke.
You know Carson Wentz isn't my favorite quarterback. And don't even say Josh Gordon is not my favorite wide
You're right, he's
receiver.
not. You're right. I'm not going to say he's not your favorite. I am going to say that he is your favorite.
Josh Gordon is not my favorite quarterback. I mean, wide receiver. Man, do I have to see you a list of people who I like to watch in the NFL, or do I have to?
Well, I mean, we already kind of do that. We already kind of do that on video.
Saying that guy who said 2 quarterbacks. You got something to say?
Nope.
Okay, ding
All
dong.
I got to say is that that's going to do it for today.
Wait. Did you just say we have an announcement?
No,
You winked your eye, so
no, Ty.
yes, you did.
Oh my gosh, Ty.
I'm just joking with you. We got no announcement.
And with Ty's fake announcement, with Ty's weekly fake announcement, that's going to do it for this episode of.
I don't say it
Podcast
every
Show.
week. I don't say it every week.
That's going to do it for this week's episode of the MJ&ty Podcast Show. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you liked it, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, share this video, share all our videos, share all the videos on our personal channels, linked down below. Subscribe to those channels as well.
And follow us on our Instagrams and our podcast Instagram.
Linked down below.
99% sure we have them down there.
100% sure we have them down there. I put them down there. Follow us on Twitter as well. Keep your heads in the game.